I like visitors as much as the next Hobbit. But I do like to know them before they come visiting.
Mr. Baggins?
At your service.
What is it that we love about Tolkien's Middle-earth, and what are audiences going to take from this instalment of The Hobbit?
Well, I suppose the excitement of an adventure story. Tolkien wrote the book, The Hobbit, and now a classic for his children, and the movie's been made with that in mind. There's a lot more humour, it's more light-hearted than Lord of the Rings. It's an adventure story.
The thing about Tolkien is that he created a sort of a universe and a belief system that I think really allows you to reflect our own, really.
Well, I think the book has lasted so long because the story is timeless, the themes are universal. It talks about, you know, the importance of home, and people understand the good and evil, you know, so those are universal things. I think Middle-earth is where a lot of our dreams take place, you know.
I think it's something to do with the fact that he didn't write fantasy, he tried to write legend. He wanted it to feel like it was of this world, that it was historic. He talks about chivalry, he talks about nobility, expressing that through kindness and mercy, which to me is really important, and it's been passed from generation to generation since the late 30s. It's a great book.
It's kind of ultimate escapism, really. I mean, he's created this fantastic world that's so detailed, there's so much history. It's like reading a history book at the best of times. I mean, becoming when you get a part in the movie, you have to do quite a lot of research, and there's plenty of that to do, you know.
I think it's about a fantasy England, you know, Middle England, really. It's a fantasy England. It's the story that attracts the child in all of us, really, I think.
I cannot guarantee his safety. Understood. Nor will I be responsible for his fate.
And what was it like to reprise your role in working with Peter Jackson again?
Well, a great joy. He's a director who knows what he wants, which was very refreshing. So if at the end of the day he says, we've got it in the can, then you know that he's got it. And he runs a family affair, and it was like going home, really.
We were filming in a great country with great people, and I was filming with a genius of a director.
Pete asked me to come down and direct the second unit, so I was behind the camera for 200 days watching amazing performances, you know, shooting at 48 frames a second, 3D. It was extraordinary, and the kind of immersive storytelling that I know Peter's very fond of, especially as a desire to get people to come into the theatres more, because we can all watch these films on iPads and iPhones and on our, you know, very large screens at home, but there's nothing like watching these sorts of films totally immersed, with sharing the experience with lots of other people, and in a way that you cannot see any other way but for going into a theatre.
You have a tale or two to tell when you come back.
Can you promise that I will come back?
No. And if you do, you will not be the same.
What is it you think audiences are going to take from this film when they finally get to see it?
I just hope that they come on the quest with us, and you know, Bilbo Baggins is the heart of the film, and I think Thorin, as Peter describes him, is the soul that kind of cuts the heart. So we go together on this journey, and these two characters are profoundly changed by each other.
It's stupendous, it's amazing, it's jaw-dropping.
It zips along at a real great pace. A lot of it is very touching as well. There's real heart in there. There's some fantastic battle scenes. There's some good fights. There's a lot of running about. Some humour.
And Gandalf's keeping his eye on them. They'll be all right, I think.
My name is Bilbo Baggins.
Bagginses. What is Baggins's precious?